I fretted back and forth for a long time if I just go mirrorless or stick with the DSLR, and ultimately I decided to stick with the DSLR. So maybe at some point, I wish it would have been that cheap when I bought it. One day in that, because DSLRs are probably going to go away and completely probably in the next 5 to 10 years. So at some point after I've worn it out, I'll have to switch over to a mirrorless. So I don't shoot any Nikon lenses. I shoot all Sigma lenses. There's a lot of, I wouldn't call them generic, but for if you equate them to like the pharmacy industry, and that your Nikon and Canon are going to be your name brand, and then you have your generics that do the same thing, and that they just do it at a little less price than
right.
And in a lot of cases in that, especially some of the Sigma lenses, including a couple that I have, they actually review better and supposedly takes even sharper pictures than their Nikon equivalent. So not knocking Nikon's lenses, but they have a lot of good reviews, and I love them. So I have 4 different ones. My bread and butter is 24 to 70 millimeter. You can get wide enough in that to get a lot of things. You can it's got enough zoom in that to get into some things. So it just depends on what you're shooting and where you're at, but it's a good all around. If I was gonna grab my camera and run out to go photograph something really quick in that'd be the lens I would go to. But I've got really wide angle lens. I've got long 600 millimeter lens, and each one of them has its place depending on what specifically you're photographing, where you're photographing,
right,
and so forth.